I was looking at a report about Bachelor of Commerce, and in that report, it says that every year Kenyan universities produce 60,000 graduates. Bachelor of Economics alone, we have around 43 public universities, and we also have several private universities. All these universities produce graduates of Bachelor of Commerce. Now, that report is shocking. Out of these 60,000, around 55,000 end up being jobless for at least 1 year. And that is the reality of degrees in Kenya. Now, Bachelor of Commerce, if you are there, you are an adult around 2000, the year 2000. This was a new course and graduates were very few. Anybody who graduated that time with the Bachelor of Commerce got a job. Over time, other competing courses were introduced, like Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Business Information Technology, Bachelor of Economics, Bachelor of Business Management, and many others which compete with Bachelor of Commerce. We also have Actuarial Science, someone who can specialize in Actuarial Science and do CFA or CPA and even become an accountant. We also have statisticians. We have Bachelor of Mathematics. All these people are competing for very few vacancies. Now, it poses a question: is a degree in Kenya useless in 2026? And now, recently, there was something I was doing online. I wrote something and it generated a lot of reactions. And from the comments, I saw some individuals who are students. They are doing courses. And these students, when you are in college, you don't have facts. Sometimes, those lecturers, they tell you study hard, go and get a job. And you don't know the reality of life outside college. Now, the same people are saying, they were telling me in the comment section, stop wasting time online. Go and look for a job. Now, when someone tells you that, it means he doesn't know the reality of life. And this person doesn't have knowledge or experience, has not done research to understand how people make money. In the modern world, we have reached a point where a degree may not help you. You will study your Bachelor of Commerce, finish, do your CPA, but eventually you'll never become an accountant. It's because of competition. It is because jobs are not there. That's the reality. And once you finish college, you realize that the course you did was not useful enough. It was just a general course. Like when you do Bachelor of Actuarial Science or Bachelor of Statistics, it's the same as doing Bachelor of Mathematics. These are just general courses, even economics, where anybody, if someone does CPA up to even Section 3, that person will get a job as an accountant. And that person, if you go with him to an interview and you did Bachelor of Commerce, you will get a job and you'll be left out. So that is what is happening. I didn't even know 5 years ago that a course like computer science or software engineering will get competition. And the competition from what? Artificial intelligence. You saw last year there was a report from Google that it has replaced, AI has replaced some of the engineers. And that is what is happening or will happen in future. Things change, and as they change, you also have to change. So if you did a degree in Kenya and you are hoping to be employed, those white collar jobs, those where you are given a seat in the office, you deliver, you wait for the month, you earn, they are going to be very few. Right now, you can see even in the banks, you don't have bank tellers. You find the whole banking hall has got 3 tellers or 2. There was a time there were more than 20 in a bank. They're being reduced. Now, in this era, instead of doing that degree course, or if you do that degree course, what you need are technical skills. And this is what graduates don't want to hear. Since they are graduates, they don't want to do these short courses. Technical skills or some specific skills that will help you. For example, if you know how to talk on camera, you just practice. Go on YouTube, on social media, create content and earn money. You'll make use of your degree, your knowledge that you have. You don't have to be employed by someone. These technical skills like plumbing, electrical installation, landscaping, welding and fabrication, all these skills will help you. Even hotel reservations, these courses related to tourism, all those courses will help you. But we have graduates who don't want to lower themselves to that level. But those are the courses or those are the skills which are not going to be replaced by technology in future. If you did Bachelor of Commerce and you have been looking for a job for some time, it's time to go and look for a technical skill. Go and do some courses. We have people did mobile repair. We have people did motorcycle repair. People did these courses that people underrate, but they're making a lot of money and they easily get jobs. Like plumbing in Nairobi, if you do plumbing, you go to a certain estate, like let's say Rongai, and you set your base there so that you can do repairs, you can do plumbing. You will never lack a client each day. They will be there. But those are skills graduates don't want to do. We have, if you look, compare graduates and these people did the technical skills, it's only graduates who are complaining because they were told once you complete school, what you need is to go buy a newspaper and look for where they have advertised for jobs, apply for those jobs, and wait to be employed. They are told to go and drop blind applications. Nowadays, blind applications don't apply. For example, if you do journalism and mass communication and you want a job, first prove yourself through social media or on YouTube, where you create content, you do things that media companies can notice, and you get a job like that. That's why you find nowadays media stations are employing comedians, entertainers, or influencers as radio presenters. Even TV news anchors, most of them even didn't pursue journalism. and they are doing wonderful job. It is because of the talent. Nowadays, people look for talent, not your degree. Degree is not useless. It will give you skills. You learn how to relate with people. But through that knowledge you have to look for a way to apply for it. You don't have to wait for someone to employ you, especially if you are in Kenya. I think if you have worked in an institution, you know how employment works. You'll find if there's a job vacancy, they don't advertise out there. Before they advertise, they have to look for someone who is working there, who maybe as an intern or a relative of someone. By the time they advertise, they know someone who will take that job. It's very easy nowadays, very hard nowadays for companies to employ strangers, unless it is a big government institution which wants to employ graduate trainees. But these NGOs, these private institutions, it is hard. So that's why most of you really wonder, why am I not getting a job, even a regret letter when I apply for employment? It is because graduates are too many, jobs are very few. Most companies prefer to use technology to cut costs, and also they need specific skills which you have not proven. And this generation here we have, especially Gen Z, they want to be paid a lot of money. Someone was offered 15,000 starting salary, and they will be trained for 6 months. He rejected, saying that he wants 50,000 Kenyan shillings. This is someone who has never worked anywhere. He's going to be trained at least 6 months. Then from there, he'll be offered some salary. Other institutions, when you are employed, you're not even given anything. You're not paid. At first, you are given probation of maybe 6 months, and you work for free. So those are things that most people don't know. Now, which are the best courses you can do, which can give you a job immediately? If you want to do a course, maybe you did a course which is not good and you want to return to school, or you want to join school afresh, there are some courses you can do, like medicine and surgery. This one, if you do it, you open your own clinic, you make money. If you become a lawyer, you go and represent clients, you make money. You hustle for yourself. These are skills where you don't compete with other people. It's only you in that profession. You have pharmacy. Once you have pharmacy, you can open your own small pharmaceutical company, do supplies, and also you open your own clinic, and you're good to go. If you do mechanical engineering, you can open your own garage. And if you do electrical engineering, you can open your own farm, do electrical installations and whatever, anything related to electricity. If you do software engineering, you can develop software and sell to companies. Those are some of the courses which are good in the current market. But those other general courses, you'll never get a job.